Business editor Richard Southern joins us this hour. Hi, Richard.
Hey, Janella.
Hey, so, the farmers are really feeling the impacts of this pandemic, but there is one way that we can help, and all you have to do is supersize those fries.
Yes, this is something we can all get behind. We heard from the government of Belgium yesterday. They were asking all their citizens to eat more French fries because they have a glut of potatoes over there. Turns out the same situation's true here in Canada. We have 200 million pounds of potatoes in storage. They're potatoes that were destined to be French fries, but the restaurants aren't using them. I talked, Janella, to the head of the Canadian Potato Growers Association.
The issue is a big portion of our crop is made into French fries, and we have to go into restaurants.
Most French fries in Canada are sold in restaurants?
A lot of them are. We just can't get the volume of consumption that we would like to see. If we could get every customer to eat twice as many French fries as they ate last week, that would be unbelievable.
I will happily volunteer as tribute.
right here.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I think we can do our part. He says it's tough because they're already putting next year's potato crop in the ground, and they don't know what the demand is going to be like. So go out and get some French fries delivered.
You know what? If it's a burden I have to bear, I will take it on for the Canadian economy.
Pass the ketchup.
Okay, so some not so sweet news. Lots of people love Nutella and Ferrero Rocher, but the Brantford plant is closing because an employee tested positive for COVID-19.
Yeah, a couple of them. The Ferrero Corporation says they are temporarily closing down their Brantford facility after some employees tested positive for the virus. This is where they make Nutella. This is where they make the Ferrero Rocher candies. This is where they make Kinder eggs, and Tic Tacs too, I believe, are made there. So it's a big confectionery operation. Ferrero says the plant closed yesterday afternoon when it discovered 7 workers contracted the virus. And the company said employees worked in the same area but had not been at work for 2 weeks. The facility is undergoing a cleaning. Company isn't saying if it will see any shortages of Nutella, which, by the way, has been one of the more popular things during the pandemic.
I'm sure.
Twitter was telling us the other week that searches for Nutella are through the roof during the pandemic. Janelle.
Okay, so maybe start rationing those if you're at home. Eat the French fries instead in the meantime. And hopefully those employees get better soon. Okay, and speaking of the impact of COVID-19 on companies, we're now getting some new numbers from Stats Canada to just see exactly how badly it has impacted Canadian companies.
Some sobering numbers. It's kind of a glass half full, half empty, though. So Stats Canada asked thousands of businesses in Canada. 33% say they will be able to stay afloat for 6 months if the social distancing goes on another 6 months, but almost about the same. About a third said if it goes on another 6 months, we're done. We're out of business. Nearly 1/3 said their revenues had plummeted by 40% as a result of the pandemic, Janella, and experts suggest that this data suggests that there could be thousands of companies in Canada that just might not make it. A lot of companies talk about how they're falling through the gaps as far as what the government is offering them in support. Janella, you and I are back just after 6:30 with something more fun. The Oscars are changing what they're accepting for nominations next year, and so I decided to film my own movie right here at home in quarantine. I'm going to show it to you just after 6:30.
Can't wait to see. Thanks, Richard. We'll see you then.